The breakdown you're about to watch is brought to you by We Want Picks Premium Membership. Premium membership gets you all sorts of exclusive content, early bets, fantasy tools, and betting guides. Check it out now, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member. Get ahead of these betting lines and get access to all of the tools now with an optimizer. We have a DraftKings optimizer available to you at the same low price of $10 a month. That's $2.50 a week. You get all of our bets early, all of our fantasy content early. You get betting tools and now a DraftKings optimizer, DraftKings ownership, and everything you need to build now up to 150 lineups with just a few clicks. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. It is only $10 a month. All right, $10 a month. You have one good week. You pay for the whole year. WeWantPicks.com at the top. Click Become a Member. And as always, if you want $50, all you need to do is go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our betting partners. Make a deposit, and I will send you $50 as a thank you. That's WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. I'll send you $50. Next up at UFC 278, we have the featured prelim fight. We have Leonardo Santos taking on Jared Gordon. Leonardo Santos 18-5. Overall 3-2 in his last 5, riding a 3-fight losing streak after an incredible 8-year run without a loss. Jared Gordon 18-5 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off a submission loss just a month ago. Jared Gordon is a good wrestler with solid pressure and striking. He bounces between featherweight and lightweight, and you can see the size difference in some of those matchups. This will be his 3rd fight in a row at 155, and he does seem to have settled in. He's 1-1 at this weight class with a fantastic win over Joe Selecki and then a submission loss to Grant Dawson. He was out-grappled in both of those matchups, but in the Selecki fight, he was able to find success striking and maintain a solid striking differential of 5-3. Leonardo Santos is on the wrong side of 40, and he's coming off back-to-back losses after going 8 years without one. He's a phenomenal BJJ practitioner, a 7-time world BJJ champion. He's a technical striker, and despite looking a little bit soft, he has deceiving power in his hands, and he showcased that in his one-punch knockout over Stevie Ray a few years ago. But cardio can be an issue for him, especially at this age. So in summary, Leonardo Santos is pretty good everywhere, but he's really just starting to slow down. And it's a tricky fight because Leonardo Santos is incredibly dangerous on the ground and on his feet. Jared Gordon was taken down 7 times by Grant Dawson and 4 times by Joe Selecki. And if Santos can get him down, I imagine it's pretty close to game over and he wins that fight. But his takedown accuracy is only 29%. And with his cardio issues, and now this card will be at elevation, he's really going to need to get that done early, and that's not easy to do. So while Santos is probably the more dangerous fighter, and he does have a very clear path to victory, I'm going Gordon here. I think he'll stay tough, keep the pressure, and grind out Santos. And this line has moved in Jordan's favor over the last few days. What do you think, Jackie boy?
This is another weird matchup, and I think this is actually the featured prelim, which is like, holy shit, what are we doing? What are we doing here with this matchup? I don't understand why you match up Flash Gordon against Grandpa Santos. Honestly, 42 years old.
I think they want him to get a knockout and be done with it. Like that's.
I know, but as you mentioned, Santos is a somewhat dangerous dude. So if Santos wins this in the first round, it's like now you ruined a decent prospect in Jared Gordon. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with Santos? You gonna have him fight Charles Oliveira next spring for the fucking title or something? It's like, I just don't understand the matchup. But it is the matchup, so we got to break it down. And I think it quite simply comes down to Leonardo Santos in the first round, right? I mean, you mentioned it. The cardio, I don't think, is there anymore. You can't really put a lot of onus on that cardio situation because he was just trying to put Clay Guida out, and he kept looking at the ref like, hey, are you going to stop this fight? Because it was just nonstop. I mean, it was like 3.5 straight minutes of just punching Clay Guida in the head. And anyone is going to get, I mean, not me. I mean, I'm in fantastic shape, but most people, Angela, you will get tired punching people for 3.5 minutes straight. So, he's a little bit of a pass in that situation, but he is still 42 years old. You mentioned the high elevation, which I don't think a lot of people are talking about enough for a lot of these matchups and a lot of these fighters. It's going to be an adjustment for people, especially when you're 42 years old. If you're Flash Gordon in this matchup, you got to know he's just dangerous early. So do not Let him take you to the ground. If you have to just run around for the first 4.5, 5 minutes of first round, don't let this go to the ground. Avoid the big shots. I assume he's probably going to get tired and then try to take over the fight from there. Flash Gordon was, he was against Grant Dawson, that pace and pressure of Grant Dawson, because Grant Dawson is relentless, and the pace and pressure was able to get to Flash Gordon and break him late with the late submission. I don't see Santos bringing that same pace and pressure. I think he just kind of looks for the heavy shot early, and if it finds its way to the ground, he'll take advantage. I don't see him like shooting blast doubles and just relentlessly trying to grapple. So I'm Flash Gordon all the way in this matchup. Obviously, if people want to play the Santos stuff early, maybe the inside the distance decisional action, but if his cardio starts going, he's probably going to get finished as well, that being Santos.
I thought about inside the distance. We haven't done one of those, or at least I haven't done one of those in a while because I've been liking those takedown props instead. But I agree. I think he can get finished.
Yeah, if he starts going, it's going to happen. It's going to happen fast. But I'm Flash Gordon in this matchup. It's a weird matchup. It's going to be a weird feature prelim. Hopefully he does Flash Gordon being, just knocks him out early and gets the crowd hyped for the main card. But weird matchup. Hopefully Flash can avoid the early stuff.
Yeah, and listen, 7,300 to 8,900 in DraftKings. I think 8,900 might be worth it because I do think the pressure, the pace, I think it's an issue. Leonardo Santos already has some cardio issues. This will be at elevation. He's older and older every fight, obviously. And yes, Leonardo Santos is dangerous on the ground. I'm actually surprised. I was hoping that Jared Gordon would be a little more affordable because he is coming off a submission loss, but they don't give a shit.
But he was able to defend a lot of submissions leading up to that point. I mean, Grant Dawson was all over that dude.
Yeah.
And Grant Dawson is a very, very good fighter. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, $8,900. I think I might.
He's minus 265 now.
Oh, jeez. Dude, are you looking at Bet Online? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did.
Well, I think the prop bets dropped today. I don't know at what point, but I think when the prop bets drop, I think that's when a lot of action starts flying in. So.
It probably is because a lot of these lines have moved significantly since noon, and that is why you should become a premium member. We don't bet on every single fight, and every bet that Jacob and I share are our bets. It's what we've done with our actual money. We don't just list out a bunch of random shit like, oh, these could work. Every bet that we say we've placed. And for premium members, we put those bets as we place them on the website for you so you can get ahead of some of these lines. And we've already talked about a few fights where the lines have moved way out there. So premium members who saw it early had access. If you wanted to tail, great. You got ahead of the curve. If not, no big deal. And I still have a few more on this card where the line has moved significantly.
Oh, yeah.
And that always makes you feel good, right?
Oh, yeah.
When you're ahead of that line,
great.
It always makes you feel good. Shut up.
Can I be honest with you, Angelo?
No, I'd prefer if you weren't.
Okay.
Perfect. Monkey Knife Ice strike line 68 to 96. I'm not going to touch it. There's too many factors here. The guy's 42 years old. There's too much going on. I am not touching this strike line. You agree?
Yeah, it's a little bit weird.
Yeah. Well, yeah, become a premium member. I did the sales pitch already. You know all the things, except we also added, Jacob, did you know this? We've added a DraftKings fantasy optimizer.
Well, thanks. Well, you fucking ruined that. So
same low price of $10 a month. There's an optimizer available to you starting Wednesday. Same low price.